Hello friends, welcome to my channel, and please just subscribe to the channel and put a like if you do like the video. And today I'm going to be planting these rhizomes, which are rhizomes of mango ginger, okay, or better also known as Curcuma Amada. Okay, not Amanda like a girl's name, but it's Curcuma Amada. Okay, so they are like a turmeric, basically known as turmeric, but all belonging to the same rhizome ginger kind of a family. And this lends a beautiful essence to any kind of cuisine that this is added to. Okay, and doesn't exactly have any kind of like very high pitched flavor like turmeric does. Okay, but when you just cut it over here and just try and smell it, the smell is like mangoes, like literally like ripe mangoes mixed with a little bit of ginger. So that's why it's called mango ginger. Okay, so let me first make you walk through a little bit of the outside geography of the rhizome. Okay, so these things that you might find when you buy a fresh rhizome are the dried out roots. Okay, and if you happen to see any kind of like holes in the turmeric, like for example a little bit of hole, see, that may be that a place, it's, please do not think, because when I first saw it I actually kind of thought that it's probably some kind of a bug infestation going on in the rhizome, but it's not. Okay, so if the roots have been pulled out by the farmers or the seller, okay, so that will leave a little bit of a hole. Okay, you get my point, what I'm trying to say? Wait, my camera is not focusing. Okay, so oh, my camera, anyway, so yeah, okay, now it's focusing. So these, if you find any kind of small holes, those might be not any kind of bug infestation, but the roots that were previously there has been pulled out, leaving a tiny little bit of hole. Okay, so yeah, it did kind of trick me the first time I bought this, and I was like, I bought this from a local seller because it's really common in India. Okay, so these are plentifully available with raw turmeric, and especially with those local like those local sellers in the market who kind of sell ginger. Okay, so if you ask them to bring you Amada, they probably will be able to. Okay, because they kind of like grow all around the same soil or around the places, same places. Okay, so I kind of have like two of these guys. Okay, I didn't buy too many because from one you are supposed to get like a bunch if it does grow. If it doesn't grow, that also I'll update you guys. Okay, so that's why I'm like not really making a very long drawn video about with different types of editing. I'll just show you things as they proceed. So this is video 1, and over the next few days I will be posting video 2, or you can just try and find out video 2 if it already has been posted on my channel. Okay, so let us first look at how the inside is. The inside is pretty white. Okay, when it dries out it kind of gets this dusty kind of covering. Doesn't lend any kind of color to your food, but a very aromatic essence. Okay, it's like an essence, it's not a flavor. I would call it an essence, like a scent of like ripe mangoes. It's really good for any kind of chutney preparations. Okay, for shredding and putting in on your raw salads. Yes, and so it also does have lots of health benefits, inflammatory properties. Okay, now let us first keep these two things aside, and we'll just prepare the soil like we do. Okay, so that you can understand it better. And for preparing the soil I will be using cocoa peat. Okay, or you can use any kind of mulch. Okay, should be well sieved, should be wet, like moist to touch, but not too moist that it is like gooey or something, or like a mud. It should not be like that. It should be wet, properly sieved. I will be using vermicompost, extremely good quality. If you do make it at home, then you can use that. Okay, it has like lots of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium and stuff, all the blah 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 stuff. Okay, and now there is this garden soil. Okay, well sieved, very well sealed, without any kinds of like brick pieces or anything. Okay, stones, bricks, nothing. Okay, all right, let us mix the soil first. I'll also show you where I'm going to plant this. Okay, because I'm not really going to plant it like in tiny containers, but I also don't have a bed. I have seen certain issues with growing certain things on the poly bags. I have tried that already, and this is not my first hand at like trying to grow, and I also ended up with a very damaged garden, and I had to like restart from beginning. So I kind of have a little bit of experience, and generally I thought that maybe it's time to launch a channel and show people some of the techniques that I personally use. Okay, so I did find certain types of problems when if I would be trying to grow this stuff, okay, in containers, small containers, or huge grow bags, or like a bed. Okay, I did find a little bit of problems. I'll go over that in a maybe different video, but let's just keep this video to what we are doing today. Okay, so this is the quantity of, this is just the ratio that I'm showing. Okay, this is the garden soil. Okay, almost equal parts, because I'm planting it and I'm not exactly sprouting it. Okay, so almost a very good quantity, okay, of garden soil, cocoa peat, and now vermicompost. Okay. Now take a closer look at the quantities and the ratios. Okay, so cocoa peat, or the mulch that you would be using, should be more than either of these two things. Okay, so it should be more, and these guys should be a little bit less. Cool. Okay, so it's almost like 1:1 is to 1.5. Okay, that's how I kind of like to think. Okay, both these things, that is vermicompost and garden soil, should be in the same ratio. The mulch should be a little bit more. Okay, now let us just mix these things up with gentle hands. If you find any bits of stones, it's best to just simply discard it. Okay, because then the roots of these is not going to be able to go deep in. Okay, so that's why. Okay, all right, see, there's one more piece of stone. I did sieve it though, but still does kind of have a little bits of stones and brick pieces, but that's okay. And this is going to be for our final planting. Like, if it grows well, that's really nice. If it doesn't, then we will have to seek out some other technique. Okay, now I'm gonna be showing you the type of pot, okay, that I'm gonna be growing it in. Wait. So this is the type of pot that I will be growing it in. Kind of like, does have a few holes, right? Yeah, and I got it for really cheap, and this is like 6 centimeters, I think. So this is like, sorry, 6 inches. Okay, so these are 6-inch pots, pretty much enough space, and you should have a lot of like mango ginger by the time they do grow, if they do grow, right? I've never grown this before, so I don't know if they are going to grow. And I also have this little sack, okay, synthetic sack, that I'm going to be using at the bottom, because these guys just came with a lot of holes, and I really don't want so many holes in the pot. Okay, I did not make the holes, they just came with the holes. I would rather prefer 1 or 2 holes at best. Okay, so I'm just gonna be cutting a small piece. Okay, smaller than the bottom. Okay, of the pot. Okay, so, smaller than the bottom. So I'm just trying to close a little bit of the holes, not all of the holes. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna be putting a little bit of mulch or cocoa peat, just a little bit in the bottom. I always like to do this. This is a very good practice so that your plants, the roots will not really get too dried at any point of time. Okay, right? Okay, now I'm gonna be filling in with this mixture. I'm gonna be filling in with this entire mixture, and I actually have quite a lot of this with me already. Okay, I just showed you as a trial. I already have a lot of this mixture, so I'm gonna put that. Holy guacamole! Yeah, I kind of already had prepared these. Okay. So wait, the camera just goes very wobbly from time to time. So yeah, okay. The roots are gonna go deep in, so it's absolutely fine. Okay, you're gonna be putting in this stuff. Okay, all right. Since we're progressing towards the top, at this level, I'm going to put in a little bit more of vermicompost. Okay, it's a good practice because it will help your roots to get excessive amount of nutrition, like a burst of nutrition. Okay, at a certain point, and it's going to be very helpful. Okay. Okay. So that's done. Now I'm going to put in another layer of this mixed soil, and now a layer of a little bit of mulch, just helping it grow a little bit easier and faster. So the more we come up to the top, we are putting in a few layers of different helpful stuff which will help it to grow and like to germinate, not exactly grow. The mixture of soil that we made will already help it to grow. All right, so we don't really need to make anything extra for that. But as we go kind of up from the bottom, we are going to be putting in a few layers of compost, a few layers of like different layers of like cocoa peat, okay, and stuff. Okay, so now we're going to have to figure out which is the bottom part and which is the top part. See, I'm already looking at this one sprout kind of a thing over here. Okay, so this is probably going to grow, and I'm also seeing roots on this part, so I'm going to put it top down, this area down. Okay, like this. Just gonna put one. Okay, that's it. Okay, so it's sitting pretty, right? One goes in one pot, not too many. Okay, now the best practice is to cover it with a layer of mulch, which will keep this root, it's all around the root, right? It will help the root to maintain moisture. Okay, then I'm gonna be putting in one more layer of this soil mixture. Okay, and then there will be a last layer of compost going in. Just a little bit sprinkles, okay, and another layer of mulch. Okay, so we are kind of done doing it. Now we will just put in a bit of water. keep watering it every day a little bit, not too much, or it might make the root rot. Right. So since this is like the first time that we are watering it, we're gonna have to use a little bit, enough to just cover this thing up. Okay. Now just keep it in a semi-shade area. There should be a little bit of sunlight. If you can give it 1 to 2 hours of sunlight, then it's really good. Okay. So our planting is done. This other one I will be planting in my Hindi version video. If you did like the video, please do hit a like and do stay subscribed to my channel. Okay, see you with more videos. And if you want to see the video on in Hindi, then just type Hindi and just type how to grow Amada rhizomes or whatever the title of the video is. Okay, because right now I'm recording it, I'm not sure what title I'm going to put. Okay, so then, and just to put just Curcuma Amada or like mango ginger rhizome how to grow Hindi version, just type it on the search bar of my channel, and maybe you'll end up in the Hindi video if it's already been posted. Okay, all right, so see you in the next video. Bye, take care, thank you guys.